cute. I want him. I just want to like cuddle with him.
He misses you and Juju. I was just explaining to people who are joining us here on the show that, you know, that we're friends in Los Angeles, and I was saying how much I admire your whole family, because Mila has an amazing family. Her mum's an actress, her sister's an actress, her dad's an artist, and if you like contemporary art, you should go to Bruce Rubenstein Art here on Instagram. His art's fabulous. It's right there behind you, isn't it?
Yeah, this is actually Dad's pieces in my room.
Yeah, isn't it fantastic? And he has an Instagram page. He's on Instagram, Miller's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's Bruce Rubenstein Art, right? That's
Bruce Rubenstein Art.
Yeah. Very talented artistic family that you have, which is great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really
cool. Yeah, it really makes for a really supportive atmosphere within the family, and you have such a good understanding of each other as well, because being an artist is not easy, and the whole point of me doing this Next Generation Role Model show is to support artists as much as I can, because I have so many stories of friends who are, you know, struggling with bullying and struggling with negativity, or just generally struggling as an artist, because it's really not an easy career. And both you and I know very well, and your mum knows, you know, what it can be like. So the whole point of Next Generation Role Model is having other amazing, talented artists like you who are going to shape the next generation. To be a support system for each other, and to also get inspiration from each other, because so many people, for instance, so many actresses who want to come to Hollywood are going to be so inspired by you, Mila, which is why I wanted to have you on the show. So thank you for being here.
Of course.
And I'm going to wave at everyone here and say hi. We're just getting going here. We've got lots of people joining us, which is so nice. Hi to all of you. So my first question for Mila, really, I want to know what it was in the first place that made you feel like, oh, I'm an actress. I want to be an actress. This is what I want to do.
Well, you know, like we just talked about, my family, they're also involved with the business, and I was just kind of born into that. And like, I grew up on sets with my mom since she was an actress when I was a baby, and like I was on sets with her in like Bulgaria and stuff, and I was like 2 months old, and I was traveling with her like when I was a baby all around the world to go on sets with her. So it's just something that I kind of grew up with. And yeah, and also dancing. Dancing is just something, because when I was a baby, it's so funny, because maybe when I was like 18 months old, I would be in my stroller, and then I would hear like some sort of like, I would hear a song, but not just any song, specifically like a hip hop song, like a hardcore like hip hop song. I would start like jamming out in my stroller, and I would start dancing in my I knew immediately they were like, she's gonna be a dancer, like it's already decided. And they just put me in dance classes and stuff, and that's how I also became a dancer. And just I'll say my sister.
Dancer since really young, so literally out of a stroller you were dancing.
Literally, yes, before I was even walking.
So amazing, so amazing. You it's like you knew right there and then. And obviously, I know I started dancing when I was 2. I was doing more ballet kind of stuff here in England.
Yeah.
But then from the dancing comes the singing, and then from the singing came the acting, and before you know it, it's just such an exciting career, and it's so
it benefits with everything.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you need dancing for acting, and you need acting for singing, and you need singing for acting, and you need to know how to play instruments for when you sing, and for roles that you play, and painting as well. I've been painting a lot with my dad, because I didn't really have time for that when it was not Corona. I was so busy. But now that we have so much free time on our hands, it's like, I mean, it's so good. I actually love painting. It's like...
Yeah. It's a beautiful way to express yourself. In fact, your mum and I were having a conversation, and we were talking about it, because like she said, like you just said, you didn't normally have the time for it, and your dad showed you a few techniques, but you're just coming out with completely your own style and doing all these amazing pictures. So I can't wait to see them. This is very exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
That's great. I love it.
As some people saw. So
What's
those were
that?
some of
Say that again?
I posted some of my newest pieces on my Instagram, as some people have seen already, I'm pretty sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Posting. I love it. So good. So good. Okay, so I wanted to know a little bit about your purpose for being on Instagram. Obviously, you've built a massive fan base, and I just can't stop watching your dancing videos. I mean, all of your videos, but particularly, I love it when you just start breaking out dancing on your videos on your page. But you've obviously built an amazing following, and I'd love to know what you want to use your following.
Sorry.
I just want to know what you want to use your fan base for.
I really want to just use my fan base to inspire other people to do what they want to do, and, you know, to dance. Like, if they really want to dance, I want to inspire them to also dance and do whatever they want. It doesn't even matter if you're good at it, especially dancing. It doesn't matter if you're good at it or if you, like, know how to, like, pick up choreography really fast or whatever. If you want to dance and if you feel like yourself and you can express your emotions while you're dancing, that's all that matters. That's all. Dancing is supposed to make you feel good, not what other people think. It's supposed to make you deep inside feel good. And yeah, I really want to show that on my Instagram. And also to be hardworking and to go for what you want. I show that a lot on my Instagram, because I always show that I'm always doing something. I'm always working on something. It doesn't matter what how busy I am. I'm always doing something. And I always like to be productive, because I never like to waste time. And yeah, I really want other people to see that as well. And also, I see sometimes girls my age, they post things that are kind of on the inappropriate side, you might say.
And
kind
of viewers, just saying, just to get
yeah,
out the way.
Appropriate, not really, like, you know, like relationship stuff and like posing in like weird ways. I don't really get that whole thing, because if people are just following you for like how pretty you are or your body or something, I mean, that's not a great message, is it? No.
We want to support here on Next Generation Role Model. That's why, you know, we have such amazing people on the show that are true artists like yourself. And it's so admirable, like you said, that you're trying to tell people from your page that it's about creating every single day. You're an artist, you're a creator, and it takes that level of create, because there are quiet times like right now when there aren't so many auditions, but you're still an artist and you're still being creative. And that's a really important point, because as an actor, unless you're really big and really famous, there's not always a steady income and flow in of work. And it takes that discipline that you clearly have to stay busy, work hard.
You can't just like wake up one day, go to an audition and be like, I'm booking this and I'm going to be a famous actress and I'm going to win a bunch of, like, no, that's not how it works. People have worked so hard to get to like famous actors and actresses to where they are now. They didn't just, years and years and years. So
yeah, and it takes so much discipline and so much staying power, because also what I notice that amazing people run into is they seem to attract negativity. They seem to attract people who want to make less of them somehow, or
because they're jealous.
Comment just because they're generally because they're jealous, but also just because they can't do that, or they're feeling negative or whatever. And I think that's really hard as well, because you also have to deal with that side of the industry. How do you deal with that?
You know, me, I'm a person who doesn't really hold on to those kind of things. You know, there's been so much like rejection and stuff, but I'm a person who doesn't get really affected by those kind of things. It kind of just like rolls off my shoulder.
That's awesome.
I really never even care if I don't book a job. I'm like, it's okay. I always say this one thing. I always say, yeah, I'm sad, but there are going to be 50 other auditions. It's not like that was my last audition of my life. So I come from a place of abundance, and yeah, I don't like, because what's the point? Like, if you're just going to feel like that, you can't. You cannot do that. You're just going to ruin everything else in the future. And if the role is yours, it's just going to come to you. I believe that if I didn't book that role, there was something preventing me from getting it. Either it was a bad set, or the people were not good people, or something. But yeah, I feel like if the role is yours, it will come to you and you will get it.
That's amazing. And I just want to reiterate what Mila said right there. I come from a place of abundance, which is a beautiful mindset to have, especially at 15, because I mean, I've done it. You can hold on to these jobs where you're like, but that was my dream job.
Yeah.
There'll be another dream job.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. That's really amazing. And it's really important. So let's talk a little bit about you as a goal setter for yourself. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? What are your goals in your area of life?
Probably like a successful actor / director. I really want to get into directing. I actually already have. I was part of a directing program in summer last year, and I made 2 movies, and one of them won an award, actually. And yeah, I really want to get into directing, and I want to do more. I want to actually, like, in 10 years, I want to have a really successful movie, like an award-winning movie that I directed in and acted in.
Fantastic.
Or actually, like that.
I love the idea of you directing as well. I love it.
That's a director right now, and also in the future, is really important because of the Time's Up and the #MeToo. So yeah, I think it's really important right now, and to pursue that would be
absolutely.
Really.
And I want to tell our viewers, if you don't mind, Mila, a little bit more about you, because obviously you grew up in Hollywood, and you've been acting, like you said, you started dancing super young, straight out of Stroller, and you've been acting. Mila's done TV shows like Ray Donovan, like NCIS, and she's being very modest because she hasn't just won 1 award, she's won several awards. Like, I think you've won 2 Young Artist Awards, you've won a Young Entertainer Award, and I think you did, and just recently you did the voiceover for the Klaus, the BAFTA nominated movie that came out recently.
It won BAFTA.
It won a BAFTA award, yeah, which is so
that was really cool.
Yeah, and I saw you on the red carpet for that, and that was amazing. That was such a big moment for you and in your career, and it's like one of those things that you'll never forget. When you achieve that kind of level of success that you have, particularly with most recently with that project, how does that make you feel?
I mean, it was so cool actually seeing it win. Have it being nominated was already like, wow. Like, it was so exciting. But when it won, I was like jumping, and I was so happy. And yeah, I mean, it was such a well-made movie. I thought, I've watched it so many times, and every single time that I've watched it, it was just so good. Like, I don't think I'll ever get sick of that movie. It's not something that you watch and you're like, okay, it's not forgettable. It's such a good message, and it was hand drawn. Actually, the animation was hand drawn, which makes it even better. So I thought the movie was just amazing, and I think it actually really deserved that award.
So do I. I think it's incredible, and just for you as well to be working with that caliber of talent and with that level of craftsmanship and that level of that director as well. I mean, it's really amazing to be surrounded by people that are that amazing artists. How was that for you to be on set and to be with them? Because many people will be looking up to you for that, and they'll want to know what that's like.
Usually people on set, they're really, really nice, and they make sure that you're okay, and they really want to make sure that you're having a good time while you're on set and not like being stressed or whatever. And especially for minors, yeah, I mean, it's always been a really great time. On any set that I've been, the people have been so nice. It was so nice working with them. Actually, the shooting process was great. It's not really like that scary or like that. It's not that much pressure that people say it is. I mean, that's the best part. I mean, you get to hang out with them, you get to eat with them, you get to laugh with them, you get to make jokes with them. You just be yourself with them, and it's really great.
Yeah, the set life is amazing, isn't it? I feel the same. Like, if I could be on set 24/7.
The best. Yeah, actually, when I worked on NCIS, Mark Harmon, the basically main character of the show, he's so sweet, and he's so humble. I mean, he's one of like the most known actors out there, and he's like amazing, and he's like top tier. But he like acted like he was not nobody, but he acted like he wasn't even like a big star or anything. And like he was sitting down with me on the floor, and he was talking to me, and yeah, he's so sweet, and it was so nice working with him. I just remember him being such a sweet guy.
Yeah, and those kind of experiences as an actor really shape your life. I had similar experiences working on Transformers and working on Saving Mr. Banks, and just realizing, wow, these big actors are so amazing. I mean, I was in The Crafty with Stanley Tucci making peanut butter sandwiches together, and he's talking to me about, you know, his life and blah blah blah, and it's fascinating, and also that's another situation where you look up to people, because Stanley Tucci for me was a role model. I mean, if I could do all those roles that he's done and do those variety of roles that he's played in my career, I would be so happy. And again, when I worked with Tom Hanks, I'd looked up to him since Forrest Gump, since, you know, Big. It's just crazy the amount of people that you meet. And talk to me now, for you, what does it mean to be a leader and to be a role model?
I mean, it's really cool, and it's like really nice knowing that people actually look up to me and want to be like me, and, you know, look at my Instagram and wanting to do the same things I do. And yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, because for me, I've had role models my whole life, and that's really shaped me as a person. And it's also shaped my career of how I wanted it to go. And then I've also looked at other celebrities and thought, wow, I never want to be like that. So I think that's important too. You see the good and you see the bad, you know. So talk to me about your role model. Who is your role model, and tell me what you'd want to do with them if you met them.
I don't really have like one role model. I look up to so many people, but there was one person. It would definitely be Scarlett Johansson, because first of all, she's like an amazing actress, and I love her so much. And what I would do with her is, if I met her, I would definitely talk to her about letting me be either her younger self in a movie or her daughter, because I literally look like her. Like, there's this one picture of her when she was like my age. We look identical. So I mean, that's like so cool.
It's all good. It's all good.
People
I love Scarlett Johansson too.
Yeah, people have been telling me that like my whole life. Even casting directors and stuff has said like, you look like Scarlett Johansson. And every time it's such a compliment. Yeah, so I would do that. Yeah, but actual role models, I would actually probably like, probably my teachers. A lot of my teachers, I look up to like all of them. And uh, we're friends with this guy named Richard Lawson. He's married to Beyonce's mom, and he's the most spiritual, most humble, most just amazing person out there. He's like he's an amazing teacher. And so is my other one of my acting teachers, Cynthia Bain. I really look up to her too.
Yeah, because those teachers, I remember mine too, that they're the ones that encourage you a lot of the time and believe in you. And that's really important, specifically if you're dealing with rejection, or you're dealing with people on social media who are negative, or you're dealing with certain negative people in your life. When you've got those really strong terminals in your group that really support you, that's the best. That's the best. Talk to me a little bit now about your charity work and I know you love to help others, and obviously that's part of the reason you're on the show. And I don't want to speak a little bit about your charity work and what you like to do to help others.
Well, I was a part of a campaign with CBS. They have a day. It's called Stephanie's Day, and the cause is for kids with special needs. And I was the spokesperson for like a few years. And yeah, it was really cool being a part of that, and it's really nice. And also, sometimes my family and I, we get rid of like clothes, and we do a clothes and a toy drive, and we give it to the National Council of Jewish Women. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's brilliant. And you're using your Instagram account, I'm sure, as well, for people to learn about your charities and what you're up to.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. That's really good. Let's talk a little bit about what's next for you as well. I'm interested to know, like, what's your immediate goal to do next? I mean, obviously you've just finished this amazing movie, Klaus, which, you know, you were doing voiceover for, and for one of the characters. And I mean, you can't get much bigger than than obviously being in that movie, which won a BAFTA, nominated and won a BAFTA. So what?
Nominated for an Oscar, which was, yeah.
And nominated for an Oscar, which was awesome too. So what is your, like, what's the next immediate thing that you feel like you want to do now?
Well, I'm on this animated show for ABC. It's called Rainbow Chicks, and I play this chick. It's orange. Yeah, and it's out now, so anyone can watch it.
Brilliant. Okay, so everybody watch Rainbow Chicks, because it's out now. What channel is it on?
ABC.
On ABC. Okay, brilliant. It's so incredible to have someone of such high caliber on the show. You've done so much amazing work, Mila. And like Mila's saying, she's in the lockdown, but she's creating and creating art, which is,
yeah, that's something that I still want to be doing, even when Corona is kind of over. I still want to be continuing that, because it's actually something that I really enjoy doing, and I didn't have time for it after, but I'm going to make time for it because I actually really want to do it.
So good. And people love you on here, Mila. We're getting tons of really nice comments. People are saying, so inspiring, well done, wow, you're so inspiring. You're both amazing inspirations. Thank you for sharing amazing experience. Huge congratulations. You're amazing, awesome, super talented. Congratulations. We've got lots of our role models on here as well. Like Patrick's here from Italy. We've got Omar here from London. We've got Ellie from Ellie Blue from Los Angeles. So we've got tons of people who have joined us and who've commented, which is really, really nice.